What are anisotropic reflections in digital hair rendering? Imagine shining a light on a shiny, smooth surface and seeing a streak of bright highlight stretch along its length. That's a clue to how light interacts with hair in digital art. When artists create realistic hair, they need to understand how light behaves on those tiny strands. One key aspect is anisotropic reflections. These are special types of light reflections that change depending on the direction of the surface's microscopic features. In hair, this means that the way light bounces off the strands isn't the same all around. Instead, it reflects more strongly along the length of each hair fiber and less across it, making highlights look stretched or elongated. This effect happens because hair strands are cylindrical and have tiny surface fibers that run along their length. When light hits these fibers, it reflects differently depending on whether it's traveling along the strand or across it. This creates a shiny, glossy look that mimics real hair's natural sheen. Artists use advanced digital painting techniques to capture this, often employing special shading models called anisotropic shading models. These models use math to simulate how light reflects more sharply along the direction of the hair fiber and more diffusely across it. To control this effect, artists adjust parameters like glossiness, which determines how sharp or soft the highlights are, and directionality, which aligns the reflections with the hair's orientation. Sometimes, internal reflections within the hair strands also add to the realism, making the highlights appear more natural. When artists refine their digital hair, they tweak these settings to get the right balance of shine and texture. This helps create hair that looks lively and believable from different angles and under various lighting conditions. In practice, capturing anisotropic reflections is essential for making digital hair look convincing. Artists often use anisotropic maps or textures that guide how the highlights stretch along each strand. This technique works well whether you are painting in a digital program or working on a three-dimensional model. It's especially useful for different hair types, like straight, curly, or coarse hair, because each reacts differently to light. Combining anisotropic reflections with other effects like translucency and diffuse shading makes the hair appear more vibrant and realistic. So, in simple terms, anisotropic reflections are the way light interacts with hair fibers, creating those characteristic stretched highlights that give hair its natural shine and depth. Mastering this technique helps digital artists produce hair that feels alive, shiny, and true to life, making their illustrations and models stand out with a polished, professional look.